this is Tom Oberheim. I make synthesizers. Synthesizer. Now, there's one thing you've got to understand about using synthesizers. It's all about the sound. Or as my friend in Japan says, soundo. That's sound. You know about sound? That's the synthesizers make sound. Forget knobs and forget buttons and forget lights and forget keys and forget everything else. It's about the sound. So whether it's Oberheim, sequential circuits, Dave Smith, Roland Arp, Moog, Korg, etc., it's not who it is and it's not what it is, it's what the sound is. And remember that sound. And we're talking sound from that synthesizer. So think sounds and more sounds. And don't forget what I told you. It's about sound. Analog, digital, sampling, software synthesis, hardware crap, things that don't work, programs that crash. Is this a problem for you? Then you're not thinking about what's important. If it crashes, you use it. If it distorts, you use it. It's music. Think about it's the music. It's not what it is. It's the music. Just remember that. It's the music. That's what we're doing. It's this music, you know? Music. You realize that music is the same in many languages, maybe a little different pronunciation, but it's music. Just remember, it's the music. That's music. More? How much do you want? Analogue. Analogue started a long time ago. Analog synthesizers existed in different forms many years ago, maybe even 70, 80 years ago. But thanks to Bob Moog and Don Buchla, it really started in the early 60s. Bob invented the synthesizer at about the same time that Don invented the synthesizer, and as far as I know, they didn't even meet each other until many years later. They represented basically the first generation of synthesizers, of analog synthesizers, and I suppose I could put ARP and other small companies in this first generation. I started in the early 70s, and I kind of think of myself as the second generation. And I got into the synthesizer business for a couple different reasons, but the big reason was to make a polyphonic synthesizer, because until I had my machine, you couldn't go in a music store and buy a polyphonic synthesizer. I had the first one. So I was kind of in the second generation, along with Dave Smith at Sequential Circuits and Dave Rossum at EMU, and of course the Japanese companies started to come in at about the same time. And then we went from analog to digital. And as digital computers and digital chips became faster and cheaper, we could make great synthesizers out of digital circuitry. Everything from the Yamaha DX7, which used FM, to sampling, and on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Mofo. But now, some things have come and some things have gone, and analog is coming back. Yay, analog is back. Think analog. We're in like the third generation, but now we're skipping back to the second generation a little bit, and there'll probably be more generations to come. But it's an exciting thing to do. Synthesizers are great. This is Tom Oberheim. I make synthesizers. This is Tom Oberheim. I make synthesizers. This is Tom Oberheim. I make synthesizers. This is Tom Oberheim. Synthesizers are great.